that you are joining me for some Pilates today. We're going to do 25 minutes, 30 minutes of Pilates with a little stretch at the end. All you're going to need is your mat or any floor space. If you've got a towel, just grab that. If you're just joining now, just grab a mat or some space on the floor and maybe some water as well. I'm Lou and this is my studio in Clapham. We will get going just in a moment. It's absolutely fine if you're a beginner or intermediate advanced. You can also do this if you're pregnant. I will adapt a couple of the chest lifts for you and we can get going. Right, guys, we're going to start down on the mat on our backs with some bridging. So if you come lying down, and I want your eye line to be directly up to the ceiling so your neck isn't in extension or flexion. Arms down by your sides, all 10 fingers spread. Pelvis is in neutral, so hip bone's level, belly button and pubic bone is level. And if you just notice there's a little bit of an arch in your lower back. Then tracking out of your hips, your knees, lower legs dropping down into your feet. So I want you to take a breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out, I want you to start drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button. Start lifting your hips up towards the ceiling and reaching your knees past your toes. Good, so you're finding a long line from your shoulder, your hip bone to your knee. Take a deep breath in at the top. Breathe the air out through the mouth and start softening down. So coming down, top of the back, middle back, lower back, and pelvis goes forward. Let's go again. So deep breath in, breathing out, pubic bone to belly button. Start lifting up. Notice your rib cage starting to come together. Abs pull in, flat between the hip bones, and we stay soft in the chest. Deep breath in at the top. Breathing out, soften down. So notice as you soften, I want you to try and release your glutes and your hamstrings, and then just allow your pelvis to move forward again. So deep breath in, breathing out. Feel like you're reaching your sit bones, which are the bones in your bottom, to the back of your knees, and then you're reaching your knees over your toes. So we're finding that space in the spine. Let's go. Deep breath in. Breathing out, soften. Allow your lower jaw just to hang away from your upper jaw. Your face muscles to release. Come all the way down. Let's go again. Deep breath in. Breathing out. Lifting up. Good. Opening up in the front of the hips. Deep breath in here. Breathing out. Softening all the way down. Good job. Pelvis goes forward. Release glutes, hamstrings. Deep breath in. Breathing out. Pubic bone to belly button. Lifting up. This time when you come up, I want you to stay up. Okay, so just think about your position. Eye line still directly to the ceiling. Collarbones are wide. Rib cage pulling in. Abs pulling in. Hip bones are level. Knees reaching out of your hips, equal pressure across all 10 toes, the balls of your feet and your heels. I want you to lift your left heel up. Okay, so you're on the ball of your left foot now, and then press your heel down. So as you press down, you'll feel the top of your hamstring activate. We're going to do this 9 more times. Feel like you're lifting and then pressing your heel bone down into the mat. Good, we're going for 7 more. 7, 6, still remembering to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right side now. Right heel lifts and then presses down for 10, 9, pelvis hasn't moved. 8, hamstrings, calves are starting to warm up. 7, 6, 5, still breathing, softening the face. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And I want you to lift both heels up, so on the balls of both feet. And we're just going to allow our hips to drop a bit, so our glutes start moving down towards the mat. And then lift up. Okay, so we're starting to fall. Our pelvis is still in that neutral position, so we've still got a little bit of an arch in the lower back, and we're just doing little lifts. We're going to do 6 more from now. 6, still breathe. 5, check your knees, still tracking out of your hips. 4, 3, notice how you're standing in your feet. Are you still balanced, or have you gone slightly onto the outside or the inside? Last one, lifting up. Good. Staying lifted, we're going to lower the heels down and then lift them. Last little burn. Okay, so lifting and lowering for 9, 8, still breathing. 7, softening the shoulders. 6, notice what your jaw's doing, just let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Flat feet, just hold this position. Really reach your knees past your toes for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Float your fingertips up to the ceiling, then reach your arms past your head and place your arms on the floor behind you. Take a deep breath in, and then breathing out, I want you to slowly come down again. So top of the back, middle back, 1 vertebra at a time, and your lower back. Pelvis goes forward, fingertips reach up. Good. Grab just the front of your knees and just gently rock from side to side. That will have hopefully woken up the body, especially the hamstrings and the glutes. Just release the back. Good. And then place your feet back down. I want you to interlace your fingers. So all 4 fingers interlaced, with your thumbs are going to go down your neck. So your hands want to be at the base of your skull with your thumbs supporting your neck, so you can really hold on to your head, really support your skull. Elbows are wide. If you're pregnant, we're about to do some chest lifts, so please avoid this. Perhaps just do some toe taps just to activate your lower abs. Okay, I don't want you to do anything where you're lifting your chest up, because it puts too much pressure on the abs. Okay, so elbows are wide. You're supporting your head in your hands. Use your hands just to lengthen your neck. So you feel like you're lifting your head up a little bit, lengthen the neck and place it back down. Pelvis is still in the same position, so just notice you can feel the back of your rib cage and your lower back, your sacrum on the mat, and you've still got a little bit of an arch in your lower back. Elbows are going to reach up to the ceiling. I want you to leave your head in your hands. Take a breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, I want you to let your jaw go and open your mouth and lift your face and your chest up. Good. Find a little quiver and then back and down. Good. So deep breath in, breathing out, head is heavy, lift the face, the chest. Feel like you're pulling your abs flat between the hip bones, back and down, and again lifting up and down. Good job. We're going to do 6 more like this. Breath in, breathing out. This should also be working your arms because your head is heavy. And just check that your knees are still tracking out of your pelvis. Good. So think of your spine coming up and over in a C curve. Even though we're working the core, we're also trying to find that space, elongate our spine. One more breath in, breathing out, lifting up. Good. Back and down. This time I want you to extend your right leg and come onto the ball of your left foot, so your left heel is lifted. And again, take a deep breath in, breathe out, and lift up. Good. This time we're just going to go halfway back and lift. So it's a very small movement, and you're working all the muscles around your rib cage, between your rib cage and your pelvis. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, remember to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Back and down. Take your elbows wide. Just release your arms a little bit. Keeping your heel lifted, we're going to add a little twist. So use your hands to lengthen your neck, elbows to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Breathing out through the mouth. Start to lift the face and chest. And then we're going to rotate. So right armpit towards your left knee. Back to center. Good. And again, so lifting up. Just check your hip bones are still level. You've got equal length on both the waists. Good. We're doing 2 more like this. Inhale to center. Exhale as you twist. It's like your rib cage twisting around your spine. Good. This time your left leg's going to float up, so your left knee is above your left hip. And we're going to lift for 5, 4, working into the obliques, keeping that space between the chin and the chest. 2, last one like this. 1, good job. Coming back to center. You can allow your head to go down. This time your leg is going to extend, and as you lift, you're going to twist. So we're going to finish with 10 little lifts. 9, keep this control. 8, knee just comes straight above the hip. 7, 6, waking up all those stabilizing muscles. 5, 4, nearly there. 3, 2. On the next one, I want you to lift up and I want you to hold here, so really twist. And we're going to finish with 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and down. Good job. You can extend the left leg and bend the right leg. Come onto the ball of the right foot. We've got all that to come on the right side. So hands, lengthen the neck, elbows to the sky. Just make sure you've still got that little arch in your lower back. Deep breath in, breathing out through the mouth. Feel your breastbone soften and it feels like it's moving down towards your pelvis. As you lift up, left armpit to right knee. Good, so it's just a little twist. 4, exhale round. 3, 2, just notice what your knee is doing. Is it still tracking out of your pelvis? 2, 1, good job. Let's float the right leg into a tabletop position, lifting up for 5, 4, 3, try and let your head go heavy into your hands. 2, 1, good job. Come back to center. You can go all the way down and extend your right leg. Let's put the 2 together. So deep breath in, breathing out, head heavy in hands, lifting up and twist for 10, 9, 8, hip bones still level. 7, 6, 5. Good job. 4, 3, 2. On the next one, lift up, hold here, drop the head in the hands, and do 10 little lifts. 10, 9, 8, left armpit to right knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and down. Good job. You'll be feeling that all around the rib cage and between the rib cage and the pelvis. Just extend your arms. Just take a deep breath in and just fill the whole body with oxygen. And then just breathe out. And again, deep breath in. Stretch the whole body, flare the rib cage, and breathe out again. Good job. Now you can come onto your side, come onto your left side, and I want you to bend your underneath elbow, so your elbow is reaching forward, and just rest your head on that arm. And just think again about the way you're lying on your mat, or on the floor. So we want your back of your head, the back of your rib cage, your sacrum, your lower back in a long line. So our pelvis isn't tucked under. We're actually sticking our bottom out a little bit, okay? So you've still got that natural arch in your lower back, your lumbar spine. And your knees are going to be tracking out of your hips, and your shins are going to be along the front of your mat. So if you're pregnant, you can join in again with this exercise. But I want you to try and lift your side up away from the mat, so your lower rib cage and your waist is lifted. Drop your shoulder away from your ear. Your right fingertips can be in front of your belly button, which will help you do that. And we're going to start, so our legs are in a right angle at 90 degrees. We're going to start by pressing our underneath leg into the mat and allowing our top leg just to hover up. Okay? And we're going to hold this position for 10. We're trying to activate into this right glute. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to lower and lift the top leg for 10. So keeping it in the right angle. 9. Still gently pressing the underneath leg down into the mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Holding up here. I want you to imagine you've got a paintbrush in front of your knee, and we're going to draw a circle on the wall in front of us with the paint. So a big circle with that knee. The rest of the body's quiet, just the leg going around. Good. 7. You should be starting to really activate in that glute. 6. Still breathing. 5. Still lifted in the waist. 4. Lower abs pulling in. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Let's go back around the other direction for 10. 9. Relax the shoulder. 8, 7. Try and breathe through it. I know it's burning. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Just bring it to hip height. Hold that leg for another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can release the leg. Good job. Give it a pat. I know it'll be on fire. We've got the other side to come. Let's bend the right elbow, head resting on the arm, knees tracking out of the pelvis, lifted in the waist. Good. Shins along the front of the mat. Deep breath in, breathing out, pull your abs in, rib cage comes together. Start pressing the underneath leg down to allow the top leg to lift up. Let's hold this position for 10. Stick your bottom out a little bit if it's not activating. I know the other glute will still be firing up. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lower and lift the top leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold it here. Let's draw a circle around for 10. Keep this control. 9. Think about the movement coming from the hip. So your femur bone is moving around in the ball and socket joint of your hip. Good. 6, 5. So we're releasing that synovial fluid, which allows your hip to move better. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Let's go back around in the other direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stay with me. I know it's burning. 5. Just check you're still lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Keep it lifted at hip height for 10, 9, 8, 7. Can you get a little higher? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can allow that leg to go down. Good job. Give that bottom a little pat. Okay, guys, come now so that you're on all fours. So wrists are going to be directly underneath your shoulders, and knees are going to be directly underneath your hips, hip distance apart. And just start by just allowing your hips just to sway from side to side. Your glutes will still be firing up, so just release them just a little bit. Good. Just be soft in the elbows. Couple more. And then just come to center. Okay, so again, our position is really important. I want you to think about your shoulder position, so that stabilization in the shoulders. So I want you to press out through your hands so you feel like you're kind of puffing up around the shoulders, so we're not sinking down between the shoulder blades. And I want you to notice your shins. Try and feel like you're reaching your toes to the back of your mat, so it keeps your shins down. Elbows, I want for this, because we're going to work into our triceps, I want them to face the back of the mat. I want you to stick your bottom out a little bit, so you've got that length from the back of the head, rib cage, sacrum, chin slightly tucked under, head not forward or an extension. So we've just got that length through to the crown of the head. And we're going to start to drift forward, so our shoulders come over our wrists and then come back again, trying to keep our shins down. Okay, so just come forward. As you come forward, just pull your lower abs in and then come back. On the next one, we're going to drift forward and we're going to start lowering our chest down towards the mat and tucking our elbows into our waist. Feel like you're hugging your arms to your rib cage and then press up and drift back. This is a little tricep burner. Okay, so drifting forward, lower abs pull in, elbows pressing up and back. Good, we've got 3 more like this. So drifting, deep breath in, breathing out, elbows pressing up and back. Really try and hug your arms to the side of your rib cage. So chest to mat, pressing up and drifting back. Good job. This time we're going to drift forward. We're going to come halfway down. We're going to hold. Elbows locked to the rib cage. We're going to do 5 little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up and drifting back. Really think, if your shins are coming up, really think about reaching your toes to the end of the mat, okay? And that will help keep your shins down. So deep breath in, start to drift forward. Elbows tuck in, halfway down, little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, drifting back. We've got one more set. Okay, so drifting, deep breath in, tucking the elbows in, little pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pressing up. Good job, just sit back on your heels. Take your knees wide to the either side of the mat and just reach your hands out in front of you and just release your wrist as well. And take a deep breath in, filling up your rib cage, filling up between your rib cage and your pelvis, and then breathing out. And again, deep breath in, filling the body with the air, and then breathing out. Good job. You can take your hand over to the left-hand side of the mat and place your right hand on top of your left hand. And again, take a deep breath in, and this time just breathe into the side, the right side of the rib cage, which is going to help stretch out all those intercostal muscles. And then breathing out. And again, deep breath in. And breathing out. Good job. Let's go the other side. So right hand side of the mat, left hand on top of your right hand. Deep breath in. And breathing out. And again, deep breath in. And breathing out. Good job. And then just come back into the center one final time. Just reach your arms out. You can sway slightly from side to side, which will just release the shoulders a little bit. Good. And then walk your hands back towards your knees. Bring your knees so that they're parallel. And you're just going to tuck your toes under. So your feet are hip distance apart. Just make sure your toes are reaching out in front of you. They haven't turned out or in at all. And you can just hug your knees and look down between your heels so that you feel your shoulder blades just moving around the back of the rib cage. Good. It might just feel nice if you've been sat at a desk all morning. Good. And then just placing your hands out in front of you. Send your heel bones down to your mat. Extend the legs. I want you to really try and soften in the arms. And we're just going to bend and extend alternate legs. So your left knee and then your right knee. Just releasing the back of the legs. Good. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take a deep breath in here. Breathe out through the mouth. I want you to start rolling up. So feel like you're really standing into your feet and you're sending your sit bones down the back of your legs. You're moving around your pelvis, which is working like a wheel. And you're stacking one vertebra on top of the other until you come to standing. And just feel your collarbones go wide and your head just sit perfectly on top of your shoulders. Good job. I want you to take a nice deep breath in, soften in the knees, lift your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, take your shoulders round and down the back of the rib cage. And again, deep breath in, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, round and down. This time, inhale, lift your shoulders up, hold them up. And then exhale to drop. Good job, guys. Have a nice little wiggle. We are done for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you will join again next week. There will be lots and lots of different exercises which we will do over the next 10 weeks. And I think Joss will be with me as well, which is quite fun to watch. See you next time, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. Bye.